Hey there, this is Katie from the Everhart Museum in Scranton, Pennsylvania for Lesson 2 for grades K through 2 for Mystery Week. And for Lesson 2, you should have read or listened to the story of the little hippo. This gives a great introduction of the significance of the hippo in the Egyptian culture and has gorgeous illustrations throughout the way of the little hippo's adventure. So be sure to check that out and read along with it. Also, we have included a 3D printed blue hippo for you to have and see the shape of the little hippos that are found all around the world in historical museums. So this is a 3D printed hippo that was made with tiny little threads of plastic to be shaped into the hippo form that we see now. So check it out, take a look, see how cool it is, and enjoy that 3D printed object. This page gives a little bit more information about the 3D printed hippo and a little bit more of the significance to it in Egyptian culture. So take a look at that to explain more. For this project, we are going to create a new sort of god or goddess or creature with significance to the Egyptian culture. So you guys have been given many of these different kinds of worksheets so that you can roll the dice and create multiple versions of it. So in the little plastic bag, you'll see that you have a dice in there. This is to hold all the little pieces of your kit. So for this project, we only need to get the dice out of there. And you are going to roll the dice and get the body of your creature. Then you're going to roll the dice again and get the legs. And then you're going to roll the dice again and get the type of face that your creature is going to have. So it's going to mix and match to give you something very different and kind of wacky. But the fun part is just the combination of it. So I'm going to roll my dice once, and I got a 6. But as you can see, we only have given you 5 bodies, heads, and legs. So I'm going to roll the dice again, and I got a 1. So I'm going to look at this creature's body, and I'm going to draw it as best I can. I'm going to fill up my rectangle and draw it lightly, draw it carefully, and draw it as best I can to look like the body of this. So I'm gonna get the tail and make it as chunky or chubby as I need to and leave these little spaces here for the legs because that's going to be my next step. So the fun part of this is you can get so many different combinations of creatures based off of what you roll each step. So I'm gonna roll my dice again, and this time I got a 2. So I'm gonna look over here at my legs, and I'm gonna see the legs right here. But these legs are pointed the other direction from the body that's pointed this direction. So you can do 2 things. You can draw the legs backwards, or you can just imagine them flipped around and draw them as best you can. Now we know that these creatures might be a little bit tougher, and there's a little bit of details that you might not notice, but as always with art projects and things that you're learning about, if you give your best effort and you are proud of the work you're doing, we're proud of you too. So these legs are going to be a little taller and narrower than what this body would really have in real life. So that's going to make it start to look kind of wacky, kind of weird. And I can see that right in front of this back leg is the udder. So I'm going to have to assume this creature is supposed to be a cow. So I'm going to get those little details from its hoof and back up, drawing them kind of narrow, not as narrow as the bird legs, but still pretty narrow. So I'm going to get the udders drawn in to make this wacky creature even wackier and draw those legs in as well for the front. Now, you might be tempted, but those legs are too hard. I don't want to draw that creature. It's too weird. Go with the weird. Make it be silly. Make it be playful. Challenge yourself to draw something a little bit different, a little bit strange, and give it your best effort. So I'm drawing with light, sketchy lines, so if I need to erase, it's a lot easier to erase. And I'm gonna get it on there lightly first. Now I'm ready for my base. I got a 1 again, but I'm not gonna draw this again. I'm gonna look down here at the heads and draw the number 1 face here. So it's a little cartoony hippo looking creature, and oh no, I'm running out of space. I'm just gonna make it go a little bit bigger. It's okay. I drew mine really big and it's gonna look extra silly, but that is okay. These drawings are meant to be a little wacky, a little strange. I'm gonna draw big nostrils, make it nice and balanced with even bigger circular eyes, and draw those half circle or semicircle shapes inside the ears. Can't forget the pupils. Oh, he looks so strange, so silly, and that is what it should look like. I'm gonna put a little smile down there at the bottom. It looks like there's trying to be a smile line. So whenever you get this done, you can add some color to it. Be inventive, be creative. You can use the markers in your kit or any coloring tools you have at home, and use as many of these as you would like, because you might come up with a creature that you like better with different rolls of the dice. So after you have your invented creature from your rolling of the dice paper and the creature that you came up with yesterday for your Bass Meets a New Friend, what we want you to think about is creating your own ID card for one of these, either from these worksheets or your yesterday worksheet, and take this creature maybe, and you have at least one blank ID card. It's slightly smaller. You'll know it's an ID card because it's a little snipped at the bottom, and that's going to come in play and be much more helpful for Friday's project. And as you can see, I did this assignment once, and I came up with a box spot fox. That's just a silly name that I worked with and came up with some of my teammates. And at the bottom, these will work as little legs. So your new creature will have a stand, if I can get it to work, so that you can play the board game on Friday. And maybe you can use your own creature, or maybe you want to use one of the gods or goddesses that's already been provided. So your choice. So that's what that extra blank card is for, to take this creature and put it onto the blank card, or take your creature from Bass Meets a New Friend worksheet and put it on there. So I hope you had fun reading the story about the little hippo and designing your own invented combination creature. And I will see you back for lessons 3 through 4 and 5.